This Blade Runner looking thing is not your average electric scooter. Instead, it's a fast, fun, and full suspension electric scooter that you're going to want to see.
Hey everyone, Micah here with Electrek, and today we're reviewing the EVOLV Tour 2 electric scooter from Urban Machina. Let's check it out.
I know this doesn't look like a very big scooter, and it's not, but it does pack the performance of some of the bigger scooters out there, and that's what's going to be important to most people. If we check the specs, we're looking at a top speed of 28 miles per hour or 45 kilometers per hour, a rear motor with a continuous rating of 600 watts and a peak rating of 1200 watts, and a 624 watt-hour battery rated for a range of between 22 to 25 miles or 35 to 40 kilometers. And considering those performance figures, the scooter is actually decently lightweight at just 39 pounds or 18 kilograms. Not too shabby for this little guy. But perhaps most importantly, Urban Machina didn't just stuff a bunch of battery cells and a strong motor into a cheap scooter. This is actually a really nice riding scooter. There's front and rear suspension, which makes the scooter nice and comfortable on varied terrain, and the deck is decently large for a mid-size scooter. You also get this rear kick plate, which I didn't actually use because I'm so used to keeping both feet flat on the deck, but I can see how some people might like having something to brace against when doing more rigorous riding, especially if you plan on taking the scooter onto trails and making use of that full suspension. Now the tires are only 8.5 inches, so they're not huge. That means you still need to be really careful about watching for potholes, especially when riding at fast speeds. Most scooters cannot hit 28 miles per hour like the EVOLV Tour 2.0 can, so you might be surprised by the speed the first time you hop on. Don't get carried away and make sure you're riding within your comfort zone. This scooter is deceiving in that it doesn't look as powerful or as fast as it is, but it is. Speaking of looks, I'm actually a fan of this design. It's new and interesting. The colorway is nice and modern, almost futuristic feeling, and those dual red acrylic tubes run down the sides into the rear taillights and give it a pretty neat look in my opinion. Of course, looks are subjective, but I like the way the scooter is designed, and I think it's a refreshing departure from many of the same generic-looking scooters we often see. One area that bugged me a bit, though, was that they use this finger pull for the folding mechanism instead of a foot lever. That means you have to bend down each time you fold the scooter. I mean, I'm not so lazy that I'll ride off a scooter for that immediately, but I do prefer the foot-activated mechanisms that many scooters choose. Lastly, one of the main benefits I think the scooter has over just about every other scooter is the braking. It features dual-wheel drum brakes, and before you start saying, "Oh, drum brakes, isn't that old technology?" Yeah, it is, but you know what? It works, and it actually works better than disc or rim brakes in some situations, since it can provide strong braking force even when wet. Try riding through a puddle or in the rain with disc brakes, and you'll quickly see how the braking force fades. But with drum brakes, you get almost the same stopping distance in any weather, where you're pretty much only limited by your tires. And these drum brakes are basically zero maintenance, since they're completely sealed and they'll usually last for thousands of miles without you needing to mess with them. They're just a nice bulletproof option for brakes that work well and don't cause headaches like the brakes on most cheap scooters do. Speaking of cheap, lastly let's talk about pricing. Urban Machina has priced the EVOLV Tour 2.0 at about $1,150 in US dollars, though the company is based in Vancouver, so the actual price is $1,500 Canadian bucks. They ship to both the US and Canada for free though, and an added benefit is that since they're Canadian, they're super nice and easy to work with. You gotta love those friendly neighbors to the north. Plus, we've got a $100 off coupon for you, so just enter in the code ELECTREK at checkout to drop the price down close to $1,000 US, which is a pretty fair price in my opinion. This is a fast and powerful electric scooter that can keep up with traffic, climb hills, go for several days without needing a charge, and offers full suspension for a nice ride. That's pretty much my exact wish list for a scooter.
Thanks for watching everyone. We hope you enjoyed that review of the EVOLV Tour 2 electric scooter. If you did, why don't you give the video a thumbs up? And don't forget to subscribe so you can stay updated with all of our electric vehicle videos. We'll see you here next time.